Assalamu alaikum girls. I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about the animal tissues. So we are familiar with the level of structural organization of life and recognize tissue as a group of similar cells specialized for the performance of a common function. So in the today's topic we are going to learn about the major types of animal tissues and their specificities, their location and their function. So keep in mind, okay, tissue is a group of similar cells which are going to perform one specific function inside the body of a living being. So animal tissues, they have been categorized into four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue and nervous tissue. Now we are going to see the details of these four types, starting with the epithelial. Okay, epithelial tissues, they cover the outside of the body, plus they are also going to line the organs and the cavities inside the body. The cells in this tissue are very closely packed together. This tissue has many types on the basis of the shape of the cell as well as the number of cell layers. Some types are going to include, first of all I am going to just tell you the name of these types, and keep in mind these categories of epithelial tissue, it depends on the shape of the cell plus the number of cell layers. The first one is squamous epithelium. Second one is cuboidal epithelium. Third one is columnar epithelium. Number 4 is the ciliated columnar epithelium. And fourth one is the stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, squamous epithelium, it consists of a single layer of flat cells. They are present in the lungs, heart and blood vessel, and they are going to allow the movement of material across it. So see, this is a single layer of flat cells, right? So they are present in the lungs, heart and blood vessel, and their only function is to help the materials to move across, okay, from one part to another part of these organs. Second type is cuboidal epithelium. It consists of a single layer of cube-shaped cells. It is found in the kidney tube, small glands, where it makes the secretions. So cuboidal epithelium, it consists of cube-shaped cells. They are also arranged in a single layer, right? So mostly they are present in the kidney tubes and the small glands, so their function is to make the secretion. Third one is columnar epithelium. They are made up of elongated cells, and these elongated cells, they have been arranged in the form of column. That's why this is known as the columnar epithelium. So it is present in the alimentary canal, gallbladder, where it is also they are going to make the secretions. Ciliated columnar epithelium. So structure wise they are somehow similar to the columnar, right? The cells are long and they have been arranged in columns, but one thing is different, that is the presence of small hair-like structure which are known as cilia. It is present in the trachea and bronchi, and their function is to propel the mucus. So see, the lining of the air passageway, trachea and bronchi, they are also secreting the mucus, and the function of mucus is to capture the dust particle and the germ which are going to enter in our body. So mucus is doing what? It is going to stick the dust and the germ with itself, and then this mucus is going to propel out, okay? It is going to be bring into the throat with the help of the action of cilia, and then that mucus maybe it is going to be swallowed or it is going to be coughed out. Number fifth type of the epithelial tissue is the stratified squamous epithelium. So see cells here in this type, they are also flat cells, but in the stratified squamous epithelium, the cells have been arranged in many layers. It is present in the lining of the esophagus, mouth, and also cover the skin. It protects the inner part. So here is the diagram. So all of you have to draw the diagram in your copies. The first one you can see here. See, this is the squamous epithelium. The cells they are flat and they have been arranged in a single layer. Second type is the cuboidal epithelium cell. Cells are cube-like. They are also arranged in a single layer. This is the stratified squamous epithelium, flat cells, but they have been arranged in number of layers, right? See, number of layers, they are many. Columnar epithelium, cells are elongated and they have been arranged in the inner column. This is ciliated columnar epithelium. So these are also long cells arranged in columns and they have been furnished with the hair-like projection known as cilia. So this is all about the epithelium. Keep in mind, epithelium is mostly the outer covering. They are going to make the skin, outer and inner lining of different organs. So they are protective in nature basically. Or some are going to secrete some special secretions. Second type of animal tissue is the connective tissue. As the name shows, connective tissue serves a connecting function. It supports and binds other tissues. Unlike epithelial tissue, connective tissue has cells scattered throughout an extracellular matrix. Common example of this tissue are cartilage. You are familiar, right, with the cartilage. These are the soft bone. They are present around the end of the bones. They are present in the external ear. External pinna is also having cartilage. The tip of nose is having cartilage. Plus windpipe trachea, that is also having C-shaped plates which are made up of cartilage. So cartilage basically it is made up of some elastic fibers along with the cartilage cell. So cartilage is basically flexible and soft. Second type of connective tissue is the bones. Bones are the hard connective tissue, right? They consist of bone cells. Bone cells, they are present in the hard matrix. Hard matrix is mostly having the deposition of a mineral in it. The calcium and phosphorus is present. That's why bones are hard. So bone are also, see, it is also considered as a connective tissue, right? It is having the connecting function. So these are going to provide the support to the different organs. They are going to provide protection to different organs, and they are also going to bind the skeletal muscles. Third type is the blood. Blood is also going to be considered a connective tissue because it is going to fill up the gap between the blood vessels, right? So whatever lumen or gap is there in the blood vessel, that lumen is going to be filled with the blood. So as it is going to fill up all the space within the blood vessel, so blood is also going to be considered as a connective tissue. Then we have another example, adipose tissue. This is also called the fat tissue. These are the adipose tissue consists of cells which are having the fat droplets, okay. So whenever in our body fat contents, they are going to increase. They are going to those fat particles or the fat molecules, they are going to be accumulate in the adipose cells. And these are mostly present around the kidneys. They are present under the skin, and they are also present in the abdominal cavity, okay. Whenever we are going to eat more, we are going to see that the belly size is going to increase. So this means the belly is going to have more fatty content, okay, and that fatty content is in the form of adipose tissue. So adipose tissue is also a type of connective tissue, so which is going to provide energy, and this is also going to support the organs. So here are some diagrams. You can see here the diagram of cartilage, bone, blood and adipose tissue, right? Third type of animal tissue is the muscle tissue. Muscle tissue consists of bundles of long cells called the muscle fiber. It is the most abundant tissue in an animal. The cells of this tissue have ability to show contraction, so they are responsible to bring about movement in the different parts of our body. So in the animal cell, in the body of an animal, there are three kinds of muscle tissues. Namely, they are known as the skeletal muscles, smooth muscle, and the third one is called the cardiac muscle, right? So when you are going to compare the diagram, so see some differences are very obvious. Skeletal muscles, they are the striated muscle. You can find the light and the dark band, and they are having many nuclei in them. Smooth muscles are mostly spindle shaped, and they are having one nucleus per one cell, muscle cell. And cardiac muscles, they are multinucleated. They are also having the light and dark bands known as the striations, plus they are branched. Okay, the junctions are present between the adjacent cells, so they are branched. Cardiac muscles, they are only present in the heart. Now we are going to compare the difference of these three different types of muscle along with their functions. Skeletal muscles are, or the striated muscle, they are attached to bones. Their cells are striped, contain many nuclei. They are responsible for the movements of bones. Smooth muscles, they are found in the walls of alimentary canal, urinary bladder, blood vessel, etc. They contain smooth, non-striated cells. Each cell with a single nucleus. They are responsible for the movement of substances. Third one is the cardiac muscle. They are present in the wall of heart. Their cells are also striated, but there is a single nucleus in each cell. They produce the heartbeat. Skeletal muscles are voluntary in action. Their contraction is under the control of our will. Smooth and cardiac muscle, they are involuntary in action. Their contraction is not under the control of our will. So smooth and cardiac muscle, they are going to be controlled by the brain. Now is the fourth type of animal tissue, nervous tissue. So animal survival depends on their ability to respond properly to the stimuli. Stimuli means changes from its environment. This ability requires the transmission of information among different parts of the body. So nervous tissue forms a communication system and performs this task. This tissue is mainly composed of nerve cells or neurons. So neurons are the specialized cells which are going to conduct the messages in the form of nerve impulse to and from the brain and spinal cord. So nervous tissue is present in the brain, in the spinal cord, and they are also present in the nerves. So see, here is a typical structure of a nerve cell or a neuron, right? So simple neuron, it is made up of a cell body. Cell body is having a nucleus and projections, small projection, one long projection that is known as axon. Small projections are called the dendrites, and at the end of axon, nerve endings are present, which are going to be embedded in the body cells of your body tissues. That's it for today. Learn it well.